I got hoes tasty. Me and my group where there's people with my fucking condom. I'll be fucking like my nigga wrong. I'll be fucking like my nigga home. Still same, no motherfucking Joe. Fuck around and you get drunk. Skills at theskillsmethod.com, dancefloorseduction.com. Shout out to all the hustlers, postlers, players, pimps, puas, naturals, gigolos, mags, playboys, fuckboys, fuck it, everybody. The state of the seduction address entering 2023. All right, guys. I hope you like the title. I took how the presidents give every once a year they give the State of the Union address and giving the State of the Seduction address. So I made a post on the Skill Seducer forum about this. But I wanted to make a video for the people that follow me on the videos and are not necessarily forum people. So basically, this is gonna be my review. Actually, 2022 was way better than the pathetic 2020 that where clubs were dead. I made videos about that, guys. Where there were no clubbing, nobody was going out, everybody was pretty much doing online. Now some people kill it online, and some guys like my Win Primo were doing like social circle parties. Those people kill it, okay. But everybody else, like day gamers, night gamers, for obvious reasons, they weren't getting results in 2020, and we talk about that in some videos. Now 2021 was a little better than 2020, but it was kind of pathetic because women weren't coming out. So it was a high supply of dudes, almost no women coming out. Okay. Now this year it was a little better. It was promising. It was kind of better. A lot. I mean, not at levels of before 2020. Not at levels of back in the days when the seduction community was at its peak, but it was pretty decent. You could still. It wasn't as high. It was much better than 2021. Okay. Um, I was surprised that still at my age I still got it. I was pimping there. I actually did pretty good in 2020. 2022. I did pretty good. I think it's because it seems like dance floor game is coming back, and also physical game. It seems that is returning. Okay, I'm gonna cover more of that as we go in the video. Okay, as you guys know, I'm still going out almost every weekend, pretty much every weekend. I don't think I miss any weekends. I pretty much went out every weekend in 2022, even though I have a living main now and I have a dog. All right, guys. So let's get started on my review. Pretty much some of the good. The fashion continues to be amazing, especially for women. Like women were again just like 2021. Women, no bras, no nipple covers, pretty much naked. The mini skirts and the ass out, all the way out. Okay, some see-through in the ass, see-through in the breast, nipples. I mean, you can see nipples everywhere. I mean, it was amazing. Okay, like sometimes I dance with women and they have like the Jennifer Lopez when she was like pretty much something sustaining the bra out outfit in the Oscar or something like that. Sometimes they have something like that and the titties come out and they're dancing with me and they don't know the titties come out, so I like grab the shirt and I put it back in the bra. Crazy, man. Now the sneakers are trending, especially high tops. I didn't see much people in Chelsea. Chelsea's are pretty much dying of boots in my area. More people are wearing sneakers. I love high tops, so I'm using a lot of high tops. I use the high tops like a Chelsea, so I'm using that. A lot of sneakers. So the sneakers, and the women were using like little dresses and with the sneakers. Okay, and the guys also suits with sneakers. That shit looks good. Now, the guy style, when for me, in my opinion, the guy style sucks. Like he came back like now back to the night. It's like baggy ass pants again. The skinny and slim jeans are going out more for the baggy, and the chairs super oversized. Which for me, I don't like that because I work out and I diet. So what's the point of me working out and dieting? The fucking chairs are gonna be oversized, you know. Uh, but the mainstream models, for example, my model, the model I follow in Instagram, and I dress like this Magic Fox. So he did some of that, but still his fundamentals is just slim jeans and shirts. Okay, so in the modeling world, it hasn't changed much. Okay, let's see what else. Now, in the gym, horrible, like little shorts like the 80s with the shows showing, and the socks over the joggers, the socks over the gym pants. Now, on women, obviously, it doesn't make a difference because they're wearing the leggings, so this women look amazing at the gym. All right, uh, they use the short leggings or the long leggings, so women still look amazing. They use the Converse or they use the Nikes, high tops or low tops, and some of them use bands. But the guys, I don't know. It looks for me it looks ridiculous. So my friend, what my seducer named Velasco, he likes that shit. He's dressing like that. For me, it's pathetic. The hairstyle when it comes to the men, the llama haircut. I saw a lot of cool guys with llama haircuts, and the mullets are coming back as well, which is I don't know. I don't find them cool. Um, I hope the baggy style doesn't come back. I spent more more than 10 grand in clothing, so and in tailoring. So that would be a shame if I lose all that money now that the baggy shit is coming back. And again, I work out and diet, so what's the point, right? Now the baggy on women doesn't look bad because it's tight at the top. So the ass is tight and the actually they look it looks way better on women because it's still tight at the top. Okay? So you can see the ass and the ass is tight, the jeans are tight in the ass, and they look good. But in men, man. Okay, so what else? Uh, the fitness women continue to be fitness focused. I think that's because of Instagram. So women are working out a lot at a young age. Generation C wasn't like that. The Generation C women, they were scared of working out. So this generation, everybody's in shape. A lot of girls in shape since young age, trying to work out. I mean, not everybody's in shape. Well, they're working out. Again, guys, the plastic surgery is improving. I banged a couple of girls, and again, I don't like the feel. I don't like how fake teeth, fake ass look. But I banged a couple of girls where they had fake teeth, and I couldn't. It's amazing. The feel and the look is really good. No different from the natural. So I kind of changing my mind about plastic surgery. Again, I rather know plastic surgery, but the girls are looking at the technology is so amazing that it is kind of not making a difference. Uh, I mean, I haven't field tested as surgery yet. I mean, the new. I mean, I of course I have bangers with a surgery that I don't still don't like, but I haven't banged any new women's in the last couple of years with a surgery. So I cannot comment on the ass surgery. Okay? But in Miami, the Brazilian ass, teeth, all that shit, is very popular. Like everybody's doing that in South Florida. But on the financial side, USA is slowing down, interest rates are up, car, house rent prices are way higher than wages. Uh, like any normal fucking house that I would pay 200 grand is now like a million something. Unbelievable. Okay, the rents are high as fuck. Like I don't know how people can afford rents. Um, Now the slowdown on the recession hasn't affected me. Okay, um, not much. Okay, in on the contrary, I think I made more money last year. I'm making good money. Um, and I have access to a lot of financial lives because I'm in the mortgage industry, in the real estate industry. But I don't see people getting affected more. I mean, most people the financial issue is that they spend more than what they make, but not really in housing. It's just that they don't know how to manage the money. And of course, groceries have come higher, but I don't think that has to do with inflation. I think it's because of the corona we are still lagging. But that's my opinion. I don't know. But the food prices were super high. Now, the good thing is clothing hasn't gone up that much. The clothing prices are still the same, which is good for us seducers. So clothing hasn't gone up like food, like rents and shit like that. So that's a good thing for us. Clubs prices, I don't know because I go in for free, but I think now the covers are like $40. So club prices went up, but I don't know. Again, I get in free, so I don't have that issue. And with women, dates and shit like that, I don't spend money with. Okay, so anyway, now seducers, we can continue to be a dying breed. We're almost extinct, dropping out like five. Not even a lot of them taking breaks to focus on finances, or they get into fights and quit the community, or they just get a girlfriend and stop charging and stop practicing. So seducers are a dying breed, just like naturals. As a matter of fact, in New Year's I saw my old win Cash. Those of you that follow me may have read about Cash. I thought the dude was in jail, or something happened to him, or he moved. But no, he was with a mon. He went mono 3 years. I saw him and I couldn't recognize him. Like he's like not a player anymore. Like, oh, I want to have a family, this and that. So that was one of the last remaining players in my area. And again, he hasn't game in 3 years. He's not interested in going out. He doesn't go clubbing, nothing. He just now he just transitioned to normal. I thought he was like a Jehovah Witness the way he talked to me. Okay? He's not, but I'm just telling you like how he sounded. I got a little depressed to be honest with you. I miss that guy. Alright, women continue to okay, the holidays, guys. Remember I said Halloween is overrated. Halloween was again like 2021. Halloween was the best holiday so far this year. It was crazy. And you could see in the forums the late reports, especially Flux. What's the name of this guy? I can't even pronounce his name. Flux Capacitator, I think is his name. He kills it. He was killing on Halloween. But a lot of seducers, you can see the late reports popping up in Halloween. Okay, special events. Let's see. Alright, guys. As I told you, physical game that was almost dead is coming back again. Most people, I saw more people touching, most people making out in the dance floor. I didn't see that in 2020. In pretty much in for the last 4 years, I haven't seen people making out or touching each other in the dance floor. So this last year I saw that a lot. Okay, and back physical game is back. So it reminds me of the good old days. You know, the good old days of the height of the seduction community. So a physical game is coming back. Also, dance floor game is coming back a little bit. So people are dancing again, which I found surprising. Even I saw a late report of a guy that just do like NLP shit. He was doing pretty much the skills method. Like his late report, even though he goes around the bush talking about NLP and all this fancy tech. He was doing that. He was. Hey, shut up, fucking dog. He was pretty much doing that for game. He was doing like if you read it, it's pretty much the skills method. Anyways, that guy that's back. He went crazy and no longer in the seduction community. All right, some of the bad. Okay, the seduction industry continues to be fucked up, like in the decline. It's almost dead. There's only I think Skill Seducers is the only forum left. Uh, Playing with fire lost all credibility. He's done. JMLB lost all credibility. He's done. But that's our representation of the fucking seduction community right now, man. You know what I'm saying? Like seduction community is over, and those guys are not even good. Those are like they're not even good at game. You know what I'm saying? Like like the method are not like smooth. You know what I'm saying? Something you can follow, like and be successful constantly. But so let me explain what happens. You know, like Game of Thrones, the main issues is like we in the seduction community are not united. We have different sections fighting among each other, posturing. Posturing means what I call posturing is like you you assuming that what you do versus what other guys does to get laid is better, and in order to justify that you need to bring the other people that are getting laid down. I mean, I don't mind if he's somebody that his shit don't work, or or the people he teach, or he himself is not getting laid. But when he's getting laid and the people he teaches are getting laid, that's all that matters. Okay, regardless of style. Okay, so what happens is you have a lot of posturing in people seduction community fighting among each other, and then they bring down by fighting among each other, they bring down the credibility of the seduction community as a whole. You understand what I'm saying? The worst one this year was JMLB fighting with playing with fire. So these give more ammunition to other communities that are not as solid and as beneficial of the seduction community, like the black pill, the red pill, the incel community, the feminists. So whatever arguments we were winning, it keeps going down when we fight among each other. You know what I'm saying? And when people act weird, okay? When you see, because if you have a prominent teacher that people look up to, it's no different than a priest you look up to, and then you find out that he was molesting kids. It's the same kind of effect. So if you have prominent teachers that people are looking up to, and then they're fighting among each other and they're throwing dirt among each other, what happens is undermining the whole community as a whole. Again, I call that posturing, guys. Okay. The worst was JMLB and Playing with Fire. Okay, so now those people are done, in my opinion. They lost all credibility. They are not respected. All right, now following the problems with the seduction community, now the red pill community has won. So the seduction community was actually fighting against the red pill community and the black pill community, right? But now the red pill community, every argument that we had against the red pill community gets undermined because of what I told you, because we fighting among each other. So for example, let me give an example. Playing with Fire, he was going after Rolo Tomasi, right? So Playing with Fire, JMLB and all these people were exposing a little bit the red pill community, right? For example, and they were exposing Fresh and Fit, right? But now since they fought against each other, whatever arguments they had, they lost those arguments. They become irrelevant because now they because they were fighting, the two best friends were fighting. No best friend, the two friends were fighting. That undermines and kills the credibility of everything they were saying that was legit against the red pill community. Okay. Now, not only that, the red pill community Now it's super popular. Like Andrew Tate is extremely popular. He's more popular than freaking Trump. He's more popular than Peterson. He's super popular. Everybody knows who Tate is. Fresh and Fit are extremely popular. For example, I was in with my family. My family also know I'm kids. I was in with my family at dinner, and my mom's look, your little brother sent me this video of Fresh and Fit. I was like, oh, and she was, yeah, they're good, because my mom got game. But they're saying things that that guys in in the country that I am know natural. And she said, yeah, I know. But I told them, but with Fresh and Fit keyboard jockey, you know what I'm saying? They're keyboard jockeys as well. They got good things. Like 10% of what they say is legit, but 90% is keyboard jockey. The same with Rolo Tomasi. There are some percentage of what they say that is legit, but a lot of the shit is keyboard jockey. Then you have Tate. Tate gets laid, and a lot of things that he says is legit, but it's not practical. You're not gonna get laid having frame battles with women, talking about red pill with women. I mean, or being that polarizing. You don't need to do all that to get laid. I mean, you can do that after you get laid 3 times. You know what I'm saying? But his style is not. It's not gonna help you get laid. For example, my little brother, and what they're teaching is like an advanced beta game. Like my little brother is, he's not getting laid. He's making a bunch of money. He has $1 million house. He makes more money than I do. But then again, he's in New York. New York wages are high. But he's following the red pill, the fresh and fit crap, and he's not getting laid. He's not getting my results. Trust me. And he had a girlfriend, and frame battles all the time. That shit don't work. Okay. Again, from previous year, the sexual marketplace is still a little. It's not as bad as before because again, women are coming out. But what happens is most guys are not getting the same level of experience with women, sexual experience, dick pussy, understanding of relationship that we got to enjoy back in the days. So, for example, me, I have freaking 20, 20, 20 plus years experience, right, with women, almost 30. So, and I have so much dick and pussy experience that I know what I'm doing. I make very little mistakes. But a lot of guys, they get laid once a month, once a year, once every couple of years. They're not getting experience like normal guys back in the days used to get. Even normies used to get that. Okay. Even guys in the seduction community, the lay report section is pretty much dead. Like I used to, I pretty much used to the my lay if I when I was very active, my lay report in a year combined is more than all the lay reports they post in the whole year. So all the guys together in, let's say, a forum, all the guys together in the forum posting lay reports does not even come close to what I did when I was very active, laying women around. Okay, so it's pretty pathetic. Even seducers, they're not getting laid as much. Okay, or if they get the ones that are getting laid a lot, that the guys doing online. In fairness, okay, doing online, but that online is not cold approach. I'm talking about cold approach. All right, all right. Talking about cold approach. Cold approach is almost there. Again, uh, even the lay reports, most of the lay reports, if you look at them, some warm approaches, some direct type of social circle, of course apps, some major holidays like Halloween, or pretty much luck. Okay, pretty much the numbers game. But there is no really many A to C seductions. Okay, like opening a gear hook, getting her to invest, micro escalation, compliance, arousal, pulling, all that stuff. You don't really see that. You don't see an A to C proper seduction anymore. It doesn't matter. Dick puss is what matters. Well, what I'm saying is, I mean, what's the point of us learning all this shit? You know. All right, let's see what else. Again, following that, the player is in life support status. Last year, it was almost dying. Like, very few players left. Now it's almost no players left. So it has gotten worse. And the naturals, just like I told you, they are all out. In my area, all naturals are gone. All of them. There are like three left. There are like 3 to 5 left, to be honest. From like 20, 3 to 5 left, which is good for me. I'm happy with that. Okay, I'm happy with that. I mean, less competition, but it's sad, man. It's like nobody's out. But it's actually it's not good. Even if it's less competition, it's not good because if the women are interacting to guys that have no game, they're gonna get traumas and they won't come out. So, well, if they're banging players, they may get drama, not come out too. So, yeah, hold on. Yeah, so, uh, but my point is, okay, the point stands. The good naturals are not coming out. Even the seducers, because there were guys, there was a group of seducers, and there are seducers and groups of seducers that get together in cities and towns. Those are done. Um, like the seduction groups. I forgot how they call it. The layers. They call them layers. I think those are done. Nobody's doing that because there was a layer here in Palm Beach. There were like 5 guys done. I don't see them out. Okay. All right, guys. So what happens is in 2020, 2021, no, in 2021, we saw a couple of seducers from back in the days that were really good. They came back. They tried to get back. They tried to go out. They promised to make posts and guys and insights. Those were never breathing, and I knew that was going to happen. All right. I call them time machine seducers. Those are seducers that were at successful, very good at one point. Let's say Michael Jordan. Let's say LeBron James. They were really good at one point. Quit for business, relationships, and all that. Came back, tried to make a comeback, and it didn't work out. They should have stayed retired. Okay. Uh, so there is a way around that, but it's not practical because I'm not normal. I admit I am not normal. Okay. I was discussing that with Miss Skills. I'm not normal because I am still going out every week, and that shit is not sustainable for most human beings. So it's not really practical. But you have to find a way. People. I mean, if you want to be a seducer, forever. I mean, you have to find a way to at least minimally game to keep your skill set sharp. Because change, societal changes, everything changes. Okay, and you have to tweak the style to see what is working right now. Like if you look at my texting from back in the days from when I wrote my book, my texting now is totally different. Right? A lot of things that I do in my game are totally different than when I wrote the book. I mean, it's still similar, but not the same, not exactly the same. It's tweaked for different generations, for different environments. Because things change. Okay, the clubs that I go to, that I clubhouse, change. Everything changes, so you need to adapt, to be constantly adapting. So if you stop gaming, people say, "Oh, you get rid of the draws right away." No, it's not like that. You need to keep going out and game. If not, you're gonna lose it. Just like any skill set. All right, now a lot of POA teachers are still doing traveling. They're going they got out of USA, going to England. I mean, they got out of USA, England, and the West, and going to more favorable sexual marketplaces such as Colombia, Brazil, Eastern Europe, Thailand, Mexico. Uh, okay. Now that's good for them because the thing is, the lot of the stuff they teach, it will be hard to relate to the West, like USA done and England, for example. Now another thing is, I realize a lot of them, even though they're not exchanging sex for money indirectly, they're very close to that. Okay. So they're doing like a Latin America version of that Brazilian flash game. For example, a video came out that JMLB is doing something like that, But the things that they're teaching is not that. They're teaching things of when they were doing seduction actively in the United States, fucking 10 years ago. I mean, that's not really practical. But anyways, now when I see a trending, when it comes to call approaching, a lot of guys have abandoned almost totally day game. Okay, and most seducers are doing apps and online, which seducers back in the days, you talk about apps as online, you were looked down upon. Okay, you weren't respected. It's like, in the map there was a period. I like analogies. In the map, people that the mobsters that did drugs were looked down upon or killed. The same thing happened in the seduction community. The seduction community, people that did apps and online were not respected, looking down on, okay, or killed, reputation killed. But now it has changed. Even the people that were really heavy against online, they are even keeping their mouth shut, okay, or even accepting or even experimenting. Same with the texting. That happened with texting as well. Now, again, um, so the biggest loser is day game. Okay. Now I have some guys in my crew still doing day game, like Peter, the Policious, and they did pretty good. Okay, but they didn't do as good as the guys doing night game and the guys doing apps. No comparison. Okay. All right. Night game has also again, as I told you guys, night game is slowly coming back. Again, not yet at old school levels, not yet at pre-corona levels, uh, but it's doable versus inconsistent. Okay, it's still do now. It's doable. Okay, now you can, if you put the effort, you can do night game and be successful in United States and in England versus 2020 and 2021, we was very very inconsistent. And the reason is because women are coming out. I wonder what that is. Maybe they're getting online fatigue. Maybe they're getting Instagram, social media fatigue. I'm gonna talk about that later. Now, for the day gamers, don't get depressed, guys. I think it's an advantage if nobody's doing day game and you're doing it. I mean, there was a guy. There's still guys getting laid a lot from day game. Okay, but a lot of people have abandoned the day game more for like apps and online. Again, guys, another thing that I've noticed in 2022 is the tattoos. Women with tattoos is all ugly, like in the between the knee and the pelvis, in the upper thigh. Women are getting the fucking tattoos. That shit looks disgusting. They're doing the arms. They're doing horrible. I don't like women with tattoo personally. I mean, if she's really hot, I would fuck them. But man, I wish they didn't get that much tattoo. They look like shit. The guys, they're doing more tattoos as well. Whole arms, neck, face, crazy. All right, so that's the trend right now. Uh, Guys, as always, you need to have your fundamental. You need to have your fundamentals, working out, looking good, and know what you're doing in seduction from A to Z. Okay, because uh, because since you guys are not, well, hold on, let me repeat what I put in this marketplace. the mating market is becoming crazy. You need to have your fundamentals at a minimum. Know how to do A to C aspects of seduction from opening to close almost flawlessly, which is again a problem with guys that even this is what I was telling you guys. Even though they are trying, learning, grinding, they are not getting those many dick and pussy experiences over and over that developing into an actual gamer. So they're not getting the experience that we got to enjoy back in the days. Um, Again, the mating profile is not like it was back in the day. Even you approach, you because back in the days, even if you approach a girl and open, you had a decent shot at success with the women just by the natural mating process. But now, since since it's more, it's less women, more competition. A lot of guys are not getting. Uh, they're not getting that. Like I told you, they're not getting that the many dick and pussy experience like we used. The many women experience. They're not getting girlfriends. They're going. You have seduction guys going years without getting laid. So it's crazy, man. So my point is you need to be to have your fundamentals in place, you know, your game almost flawless. Because since you're not getting, but it's harder because you're not getting that many repetition, that many experiences. Okay. Now let's talk about obesity. The obesity continues in USA. Okay. Uh, fat shaming is celebrated. I mean, you know, you have the fat shamers, you have all these big ass women, large and in charge, large and proud. So, I mean, disgusting. Okay. Now I'm not talking about fake women like with fat tits and asses, scary women that I love. I like that. I like my women 130 to 140. Okay, versus the 110. So I like thick women. You know, I like thick ass, big tits, porn star shit. You know, but I don't like fat. I don't like obese. I don't like no Rosie O'Donnell shit. You know, I don't like fat rolls. I like flat stomach, big ass, big tits, flat stomach. Okay, not in the okay. There was a guy telling me that happens the same in England, in Europe. It's getting like that in some parts of Europe. Uh, just like 2021, a lot of gurus still paying for sex in different way, which is pathetic. Either rent for pussy, sell daddy game, or some type of pussy for money transaction, quid pro quo transaction. For me, that is pathetic. Okay, or flashing money too much. Okay. Again, that this trend continues and it's even more acceptable. Alright, especially the red pill people. Those red pill people are high advanced beta rate, in my opinion. Alright, guys, one positive that happened this year is the Me Too, social justice warrior, etc. disappear or slow down. I think that they got really hurt. My theory is because of the popularity or the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard trial. And since Amber Heard represents social justice warriors, false rape accusation, Me Too shit, and it was the shit most watched in the TV. That kind of destroy all these type of movements. But that's my take. Okay, so I saw it slow down tremendously, almost disappear. Okay, clubs and night venues are kind of back. The even though the bottles it was a little bit better than 2020, of course, for obvious reasons, no corona, and 2021. And I saw less type of bottle service, VIP shit, still going on, still dominating, but not as much as 2021. So now you see people not on, hot women not on the VIP, but actually on the club, like you can approach and shit. No freaking in a corner in the VIP and the bottle service shit. So again, it's little by little. I hope shit is gonna swing the other way. All right. So again, Night game is doable. Again, another point. Again, if you are a seducer and you are actually successful, the competition is non-existent. Again, because natural and even PUAs quitting, they get a girlfriend, got out, they quit the game. So it's easier to compete. All right. Sometimes I get sad. Like under the radar, I even can take guys' girlfriends. It's very sad, very sad. But I think that women just like getting app fatigue. They're getting a little bit of social media fatigue, in my opinion. The girls in my social media, which my social media is pretty pathetic. Well, the girls in the social media that I have are posting a little bit less, way less, like 50% less. So I wonder if they're getting social media fatigue, which is a good thing, in my opinion. All right, guys. So let's find solutions. Okay, that was the bad. Let's talk about solutions. All right, keep grinding. You can get still late, get a later load, just like I told you in the 2021, in the 2022, in the last year video. Again, find a day or two, preferably no less than two, to constantly go out and search. That shouldn't be an issue. Okay, don't come to me with excuse of work, running a business, etc. There should be 1 or 2 days you can constantly go out and search. All right. Uh, if you are newer, I would do 3 days, and don't take breaks. A lot of guys take fucking breaks. They game for a month, they take a break. They take for 2 months, they take a break. 3 months, no, don't do that. Keep grinding. All right. Um, find a day. For example, find a day to consistent search. Even me with a living girlfriend, okay, my skills, I still go out and search. She knows that's my night. I have a night that I go out and search by myself, or two, okay. All right, and I do it every weekend. We can continue to do that for 20 plus years. Again, I have some advantages, which I develop by learning skill sets. I go getting free in clubs. I don't drinks. I don't do drugs. So that helps tremendously. My confidence comes from my inner confidence. I don't need substances. Okay. There are ways around substances if you have anxiety, kratom, and things like that. So find a way around the whole thing. Okay. Now, again, guys, I encourage you guys to cross game. Cross game is play with different games. You need to preferably combine all games. That is, in my opinion, this is me projecting. Go about your day game. For example, I have my dog. My dog is the best day game there is. I also, my office is in the mall. I always go to the mall. Okay, but like going about your day game is it's like I don't know practical if you're a day gamer. If your goal is day game, don't do that. I'm talking about the guys that do night game and apps. Going about to day game, you could do that. Okay, like me, I'm not a day gamer. I'm more of a night gamer. I don't even do apps anymore that much because for me they're boring, repetitive. Uh, but if your thing is day game, you need to find a day or two to do that. Okay, to do day, right? But if you're doing apps or night game, the thing is, a lot of guys that do apps, they just stick to the apps. They don't try any day game or night game. That's a mistake. What's the name? Samurai Jack, I believe is his name. He got 100 lays from apps. He didn't do any day game. He didn't do any night game. I mean, if that's his goal, that's okay. But I wouldn't do that. When I was playing with the apps and I did really good. Like it's easy to rack up numbers in apps. I still did night game every week. I still did the night game, and the night game was dead. Like it was horrible. It wasn't like now. It was totally dead, and I kept going to clubs. Okay. Now, again, my opinion, the ideal situation is do about your day game. For me, doing about your day game is very inefficient because you're gonna get a little bit of approach anxiety if you don't do it constantly, and your skill set is not there. You're not gonna be as confident as sharp. You're not gonna have momentum. But for me, going about your day game is when you see that special gate every once, like once a year or twice a year, you are able to approach it. Okay, you're able to approach it and not get maybe maybe able to get him. Then apps when you're in the toilet, waiting in the line, when you're in the waiting for a client, things like that. A night game once or twice a week. But don't abandon the night game, guys. You guys abandon night game. Don't abandon it. Keep going out. Keep grinding. But let's say you day game and you need if you do day game, try different places, different malls, different parks, different to see what gives you the best result. Okay, all right. Look for places that are that you do better, favorable to you. In online, again, guys, at least 4 apps. Okay, online is not Tinder. People think online is Tinder. Tinder is actually the worst. All right. You need to have. I recommend Tinder, Bumble, and the other one, a Hinge. Those are 3 that you need to have. Then, if you're Gen Z, try OkCupid and Plenty of Fish. You can try that. If you're into kink shit, FedLife, but at least 4 apps and see. And the ones that are not giving you results, then you can cut a little bit and keep 3. But I will keep 4 at least, minimum 4. Okay. And apps is not like just do it in your downtime. Again, toilet, waiting in line for food, things like that. All right. Uh, in night game again, try to follow my style. 3 small venues or a big club that gets packed and is popular that have different rooms or different levels. Okay, I have videos explaining the why of that. Make sure it's 20 minutes, no more than 20 minutes away from your house. Make sure that you don't burn the venues. Make sure you learn. Make sure you befriend the bouncers and shit like that. All right. Okay. If you don't have a follow method for me texting, good luck getting late. Again, learn how to text. I have plenty of guides. I have eventually gonna do videos on how to text. Uh, One night stands are not always there. Down to folk girls are not as much as back in the day. They have gone online, so you need to improve your follow up process, especially your texting. If you don't text, you won't get as I don't care how good are you at game. You're not gonna get as much as a guy that is good at texting. Right? Okay, move out of the USA to a more fucking again moving out of the USA. You can move out of the USA if that's your thing to a more favorable sexual marketplace. I personally don't think it's necessary. Okay, again, and the things are getting better, right? But if that's your thing, you can move. A lot of people are doing that. Move from a major city, for example, Miami, to a more that I said this the last year video, to a more favorable sexual marketplace. For example, I went to West Palm Beach, uh, which, in my opinion, I like white girls. There's hotter women than Miami and Broward. Less competition. In other words, move from a city, Miami, to a second or third type city, with Palm Beach in my case. Okay. Uh, this has a little bit of drawbacks. Okay. Uh, less quantity, but more quality. Okay. And less male competition, of course. I'm not competing with fucking basketball players and multimillionaires. But looking a girl or girls have a little rotation. Even if a girl is not a 10, as long as she's 6, I mean a 7 or 6, and then monkey branch. Okay, yeah, I talk about that in the dark seduction in how to have a girlfriend never having sex uh, sex spells, dry sex spells. So you can do that. You can get a girl, keep going out, keep gaming everywhere, get a better girl, monkey branch, and demote that girl or dump her, and keep doing that until you get your 10 While you're doing that, you can also teach her, fix it up her game, all right, like all that stuff. Um, improve your logistics. Like I have this guy named this day gamer called Peter, guy in my crew. He has burned out his city. Okay, so he needs to move. Right, so logistics is very important. Okay, you need to live close to a club. No more than 20 minutes away, no more than 50 minutes away. You need to be in a city that there is enough population where you're not gonna get burned in the city. You're not gonna burn the city to the ground, like my friend Peter. Peter, okay. Like he games a gear, he gotta go paranoid because the gears know who he is. Like he has a nickname. I forgot his nickname. But the gears I'm on his shoulders, they all know who he is. And he has approached. Sometimes he's gaming again. I say, hey, you approached me like 4 times already in the last couple of years. So he has burned the city to the ground. So and also you need guys living 2 hours away from clubs. No, you need to be 20, 15 minutes away from the clubs. Okay. Again, guys, Latin as what I told you, what I discovered, Latin clubs are still stock in 2010. So if Latin clubs is it has gotten better. I never game Latin clubs because I didn't like Latin clubs because of the courtship. The seduction is lower, but Latin clubs have gotten better because of the reggaeton. Reggaeton is like hip hop in Spanish, like reggae in Spanish. So there is more touching, more sexuality, and the Latin girls are now like a little more sexually open. Okay. But again, guys, night game is still coming back. But what I'm saying is still go to Latin place. Okay. Now, guys, another trick is to go to 21 and over. I mean, clubs that allow under 21 women, like 18 and over women, with the wristbands. Obviously, because they allow 18 and over, you're gonna have more volume of women. Okay. They have decent ratios. I personally don't like to young, but that's a trick that I also discovered. Now, guys, if you're gonna do online, remember that one of the best guy in my crew in the forum is Ruben Tomino. Okay, he says the way around getting shadow ban is for you to download a photo filler. A photo filler is some type of app where people rate your pictures. Now, set the ratings for women that are your target demographics. So let's say 18 to 34 can only vote. Don't have guys voting or gays, just women. We don't because we don't give a shit about those opinions. Now, unless you get an 8 or above on your pics, don't upload those pictures on Tinder because that's the way to get around shadow ban. Because shadow ban means that you got a Tinder account and then your the algorithm I can't even say the word because of your matches and all that thinks you're a 5. So he's gonna if the Tinder thinks you're a 5, they're gonna only show you 5 or lower type of girls, and you don't want that, or they're not gonna show your pictures at all unless you pay. So we don't want that. So the way to get around that, according to Tomino, which is like one of the best guys in the forum doing online, one of the guys in my crew, is to get at least 8 or better on photo filler. Okay. Now, if you already have Tinder and you fucked up and you're shadow banned, get a new chip phone or account with a different chip, different whatever they call the shit on the cell phone. Because if you do a new profile with the same phone, it's the same thing. They know it's you. Okay. Again, guys, fundamentals have to be a point. Again, still to this day, guys are fat, guys are out of shape, guys don't look sexy, guys don't have the right haircuts, guys don't have the right clothes. Even fucking guys that have been following me for years, even follow guys that are in the seduction community, they still don't know how to dress. They look like shit. If you look at my early videos, I still was trying to improve my dress style. But still, I saw a video the other day, me singing about the first threesome video. Those clothes were off. And even at that point, I was trying to improve my fundamentals. But as you can see, little by little, I'm starting to dress better and better and better until I finally got it. Okay, because the most you try style, the more you try going to the gym, the more you try nutrition and things like that, you get better, just like any other skills. Okay, so now when I dress, it's everything on point, no mistakes. Even my gym, like, oh, how to dress at the gym videos, there are too many mistakes. Even some of the gym, the style videos that I make, there are a lot of mistakes. But as you can see progress from when I started the videos till now. You can see how I have evolved in my style. Okay, but guys in the seduction community, they haven't evolved. They look the same. They still look the same, right? They don't do the tailoring. They don't know how to dress. The chairs are too big or too short or too small. Again, I did those mistakes myself. Even in the videos, I have mistakes like that. They're out of shape. They're fat. They're bloated. Okay, you gotta you, get the fundament. You gotta have your fundamentals in point. Okay, you have to look good. You have to look sexy. You have to have a stereotype. You have to have an archetype. Okay, all right. If you are in your over 38, you need to put more emphasis. Like when I was getting late, I dressed like shit. But now since I'm getting older, my fundamentals, my nutrition, everything is. I got a delivery service. I'm on TRT. You know what I'm saying? Everything on point. I go to the hairstylist every week to do my beard. All right. I dye my beard. I have fake hair. No fake hair. It's not like like there is a shadow. If you look at the beginning of the entrance of the video, you can see that my hair look like it's shaved, but that's painted. That's with Beijing I put in my hair, so it looks like I don't like I'm not bald. Like I just shaved my head. That's how it looks. Again, it's guys about social media and social media type seduction, and yeah, it's very low ROI social media and social media type seduction. Your efforts are better off in apps or cold approach. Okay. Anyways, guys, that's all I got. As you know, I'm done for everybody. Like, subscribe, get the book. If you don't like it, suck on my left note because the right one is the reproductive. Get the book and get the fuck out.